Small shop. I was passing by a house when suddenly I heard a 10-year-old boy crying inside the house. There was so much pain in the voice that I had to enter the house to find out why this 10-year-old boy was crying. When I entered, I saw the mother beating her son gently and crying with the baby. I stepped forward and asked why the sister was beating the child while she was crying. He replied, "Brother, you know that his father has become dear to Allah and we are also very poor. I work in people's homes and barely pay for my education. This unfortunate school goes home late every day and comes home late every day. On the way, he gets involved in sports and does not pay any attention to his studies. Due to which he gets his school uniform dirty every day." I explained a little to the baby and his mother and left. One morning when I went to the vegetable market to get some vegetables, I suddenly saw a 10-year-old boy who used to eat from home every day. I saw that the child was walking in the market and if the shopkeepers bought vegetables for their shops and put them in their sacks, some of them would fall on the ground and the child would immediately pick it up and put it in his swing. I was troubled to see what was going on. I started following this child stealthily. When his swing was full of vegetables, he sat on the side of the road and started selling it by making loud noises. For the first time in my life I was seeing such a shopkeeper with dirty uniform on his face and moisture in his eyes. Suddenly a man got up from his shop and the boy had set up a small shop in front of his shop. As soon as he arrived, the man kicked the little shop all over the road in one fell swoop and grabbed the child by the arm and pushed him away. The little shopkeeper started collecting his vegetables again with tears in his eyes and after a while he started scaring his vegetables in front of another shop. Didn't say anything to the child. There was a little vegetable and it was sold soon. And the child got up and entered a cloth shop in the bazaar and gave the money to the shopkeeper, picked up his school bag lying in the shop and walked towards the school without saying anything. I was following him too. When the child went to school, it was an hour late. On which his teacher hit him hard with a stick. I hurried to the teacher and told him not to hit the orphan. The teacher said, "Sir, he arrives an hour late every day. I punish him every day for coming to school on time for fear, and I have sent messages to his house many times." After the child was beaten, he sat in the classroom and began to read. I took her teacher's mobile number and walked home. When I got home, I found out that I had forgotten the vegetables I had gone for. As usual, the child would have come home from school and beaten the mother again. I felt dizzy all night. He offered morning prayers the next day and immediately called the child's teacher to get to the market in any case. To which I got a positive answer. The sun came up and it was time for the child to go to school and the child went straight from home to the market to arrange his little shop. I went to his house and said to his mother, "Sister, come with me. I will tell you why your son is late for school." She immediately walked with me in her mouth saying that this boy is not well with me today. I will not leave him today. The boy's teacher had also come to the market. The three of us took up positions at 3 different places in the market and began to sneak in to see the little shopkeeper. Even today, as usual, he had to deal with a lot of people and finally the boy sold his vegetables and walked towards the clothes shop. Suddenly my eyes fell on her mother and I saw that Zarakter was crying with sobs full of pain and I immediately looked at her teacher and her tears were flowing very intensely. It was as if he had done a great injustice to an oppressed person and today he is realizing his mistake. Her mother went home crying and the teacher also went to school sobbing. As usual the boy gave the money to the shopkeeper and today the shopkeeper gave him a lady's suit and said that the son has paid all the money for the suit today. "Take your suit." The boy grabbed the suit, put it in his school bag and left for school. He was still an hour late today. He went straight to the teacher and placed the bag on the desk. He took a position to eat and reached out. I cried so loudly that I could not control my tears. I took care of myself and went ahead and silenced the teacher and asked the child who the suit in the bag was for. The boy replied that my mother goes to work in the houses of rich people and her clothes are torn. She doesn't have a full body suit, so I bought this for my mother. Will you take this suit home and give it to your mother? I asked the child a question. The answer just made the ground beneath my and his teacher's feet. The child replied, "Uncle, after the holiday, I will give it to the tailor for sewing and I will collect a little money every day and sew it. When the sewing money is over, I will give it to my mother." The teacher and I were crying, thinking that this innocent person will have to go to the market now, and will have to be pushed by people and will have to set up a small shop. How long will the children of the poor continue to run small shops? How long will it last? Those who are interested in stories, follow my page and read a new story every day.